Well, this is Beat After Beat coming to you live from the Motor City. Monday, Bio Mondays. Welcome, everybody. Glad y'all could come by. Bio Mondays with your host, Beat After Beat, coming to you live from the Motor City. 78 degrees and cloudy today. Drum roll, please. It was a weak cymbal. In case you didn't know, I am a music channel here in Michigan since 2017. I am Beat After Beat, and we are here today for Bio Mondays. So we have for you guys the opening act, Romeo Void, Never Say Never, and A Girl in Trouble is a Temporary Thing. Temporary. And then we have the headliner today is ROXY Music. Love is a Drug. Thank y'all for showing up. Well, let's get to it. Every time this channel goes live, riots. Every time. Every time this channel goes live, riots. Bio Mondays, the biography, discography of the opening act, Romeo Void, Never Say Never. as well as ROXY Music, the headliner today for Bio Mondays. Glad y'all could come by. Be with you in a moment. Just a heads up, I will not be here tomorrow for Taco Tuesday, New Release Tuesdays. I have an appointment to go to the Secretary of State and pick up a new tab for my license plate, and that appointment is at 11:50. I usually go live at noon. I will not be here tomorrow, so I am going to take care of business for the truck. So just to give you a heads up, you guys are on your own tomorrow for Taco Tuesday, New Release Tuesday. See who's in the comments. Rowan is in the house. I am at work, buddy. We'll catch the replay. Thank you for showing up. Go check out Rowan Entertainment. Okay, here we go. 9 minutes into the show. New Release Tuesdays is canceled tomorrow. Again, I'm getting new tabs on my truck tomorrow with Secretary of State, so I will not be here tomorrow, folks. So the biography of Romeo Boyd. It says Bio Mondays, Beat After Beat. Romeo Boyd is the opening act. Never Say Never. The Girl in Trouble is a temporary thing. Romeo Boyd, 1970s, 1980s. Formed 1979 in San Francisco, California. Disbanded in 1984 under the pop rock section. Styles: alternative, indie rock, new wave, post-punk, post-new wave, or punk new wave, dance rock. Group members: Benjamin Bossi, Bossi, Deborah Hall, Peter Woods, John Stench, Stench, and Larry Carter. Romeo Boyd. Minutes in the show. Thanks to the reductive onslaught of the 80s party weekend radio format and the numbing similarity of most 80s hits compilations, hearing The name Romeo Void instantly conjures up the phrase, I might like you better if we slept together. In most minds, the unforgettable chorus of their best known song, 1981's Never Say Never. The phrase is on its own makes the song sound like some kind of shock value novelty, and indeed, that's probably how many people remember it. Yet a careful listen to the verses with their imitations of incest, murder, homelessness, and other dark subjects makes plans that singer-lyricist Deborah Hall has more on her mind than simple. The combination of Hall's powerful vocals on searing imagery with the band's muscular blend of Joy Division's atmospherics and Gang of Fours rating monument with Benjamin Bassi splattering free jazz saxophone coloring everything made Romeo Void one of the strongest of the American post-punk bands. Deborah Hall, a Native American from the Cowitz tribe, Cowitz, born in rural Washington and raised in Fresno, California. Moved to San Francisco in the mid-70s to attend the San Francisco Art Institute. While there, she fell in with fellow students Peter Woods and Jay Derrah, Derrah, who had formed a tongue-in-cheek 60s revival band called the Mummers and the Poppers. Hall became the group's singer and also began incorporating music into her own poetry and performance art projects, drafting Frank Zinkavage, Zinkavage, a sculptor who also played bass and electronic drums at her work partner. Zinkavage was also a noted graphic designer and photographer. His name and that of his sister Diane Zinkavage appear in the credits of many San Francisco and Los Angeles indie albums. Again, indie is independent of the era. Intrigued by the burger-going local punk and post-punk scenes, which included fellow Art Institute students like Avengers singer Penelope Houston and members of the Mutants and Pearl Harbor and the Explosions. Paul Zinkavage, Woods, and Deborah formed Romeo Void on Valentine's Day, 1979. Paul has said that the name, meaning lack of romance, was inspired by a headline on the cover of a local magazine that read, "Why Single Women Can't Get Laid in San Francisco." Shortly after the group's formation, original saxophonist Bobby Martin and another local Redsman, Benjamin Bassi, swapped bands with Martin, joining art punk extremists The Offs, and Bassi teaming up with Romeo Void The revised lineup recorded their debut single, White Sweater, and a cover of Jorgen Ingham's, that's Ingmann's, Atmospheric 1961 twang guitar instrumental hit Apache for the new local indie 415 Records in 1980, before sessions commenced for their first album, 1981's It's a Condition. Deborah left the group, replaced by ex-Explosions drummer John Stench Haynes. One of the masterpieces of American post-punk, It's Condition received rave reviews upon its release. Perhaps even more importantly, Cars leader Rick Ocasek heard the album. Supposedly, a roadie played in the Cars tour bus and invited the group to the Synchro Sound studio in Boston, resulting Ocasek produced EP Never Say Never on the back of the enormous dance club, and college radio airplay of the single led directly to 415 Records' ongoing association with Columbia Records, bringing not only Romeo Void but also Red Rockers, Translator, Wire Train, and others to major label status, who reissued the EP later in 1981 before ushering the group back in the studio to record their next album. Bio Mondaze, going over Romeo Void, 18 minutes in the show, going over the biography of Romeo Void. Take a little break here to see what's going on. Crazy Girls in the house. Good morning. Pair of Solos in the house. Hi, Beat, and everyone stopping by to hit like. I hope you all enjoy your weekend. This Thursday, starting at 1 p.m., it's going to fun to share where I'll be. Hello, Parasolo. Looking forward to hearing about your good news. I've been so busy lately, plus I work the entire weekends, but thank God I get time off during the week for this stuff. Hey, crazy girl. My wife told me about the stream you had about the shirt. I rewatched and happy to see you finally got it, buddy. Yes, I'm wearing it right now. 20 minutes in the show. Crazy Girls in the house. Much love. Rowan and everybody else. Oh yeah, so we're going over the second album of Romeo Void. Like It's Condition, 1982's Benefactors kicks off with a less impressive shortened mix of Never Say Never, almost completely eliminating Bossy's squalling. Albert Ayler, Ayler, like solo, fading out before the hypnotic ending, and bleeping out a rude word in the second verse. This is the version the video and early MTV staple features a denser album than the spares its condition. Benefactors is nearly the equal of the earlier record with the hyperactive dance pop of Undercover Kept, signaling a new interest in musical directness that would reap commercial benefits on the next album. Like its condition, the third album, 1984's Instincts, was produced by 415's former house producer David Kane, Khne. But it's far slicker than the debut, a processor to the ultra shiny albums Kane would do with the Bangles over the next couple of years. Although this newly commercialized approach scored the band's their only top 40 hit, A Girl in Trouble is a Temporary Thing, which Hall claimed is an answer song to Michael Jackson's Billie Jean. The album is a disappointment in comparison to the stellar work that had preceded it. By the time of these sessions, Haynes had been replaced by former session drummer Aaron Smith, and relations had become strained in the group. Romeo Void broke up in early 1985. She's usually quicker or sending orders, but happy to see you got it. She's going to start doing okay, so soon. Plus, I have more design ideas coming. Nice. Beat, you need a disco ball, buddy. Get those colors rocking. Yeah. Roadhog is in the house. Much love to you. Finishing up Romeo Void, the biography. Deborah Hall recorded one solo album in 1986, Strange Language, which continued the commercial tendencies of Instincts. Then returned to her previous career as a poet, artist, and teacher. She formed the noise pop duo Knife in Water in the 1990s. Benjamin Bassi joined the Ordinaries. Romeo Void reunited for a few benefit shows in 1992 and later that year released a career summary compilation, Warm in Your Coat, which featured one excellent previously unreleased song, 1000 Shadows, recorded as a live demo in the late 1984 for a movie soundtrack, but it was never finished. Here you have it. That is the biography of Romeo Void. Insane Lips Blue. Jojo Lips Blue. One moment while I get the discography of Romeo Void. I don't know what that means, Road. 26 minutes in the show. I will not be here tomorrow for new release Tuesdays. I have a appointment with Secretary of State to get my new tabs for my truck tomorrow at 11:50. So you guys are on your own tomorrow for Taco Tuesday, new release Tuesdays, because I'll be at Secretary of State. One moment. One moment while I get the uh, I never heard of them. Um, wrote Soldier Field and the Disco LP Explosions. No, never heard of it. Hmm. Well, having trouble again with the phone. Okay, Romeo Void's. Wow, I thought everyone knew. No, 70, 79, July 12th, 79. Wow. Wrapping it up with Romeo Void, we just went over the biography. Romeo Void, 1981's It's a Condition on 415 Records, 3 stars. 1982's Benefactor on Wounded Bird Records, 3 stars. And 1984's Instincts on Columbia Records, 3 stars. Benefactor has Never Say Never on it, and Instincts has A Girl in Trouble is a Temporary Thing by Romeo Void. There goes the oh, okay. That completes the biography of Romeo Boyd and the discography. Bouncers in the house, much love to you. Just running through to give you a thumbs up. Time to head to the store. Okay. All right, much love to you. If I don't get toilet paper, I'll be walking around with a packed crack. Ah, it's crazy. Great. Trying to come up with the ROXY music bio. Taking a sweet ass time. Okay, ROXY music. There we go. I have both bands in my playlist, ROXY music down below in my creative playlist, as well as Romeo Boyd in my playlist. Check that out. ROXY music, Love is a Drug, Angel Eyes, to name a couple. "35 minutes in the show. People are buying up all the water and toilet paper around here. Again, they are like animals sensing the predator. That's correct. We're in for a bad winter globally in certain areas. It's going to be a very difficult winter to get through with storms and power outages. And, I'm currently preparing now, stocking up canned food and water myself, medicines. Bio Mondays with your host, BEATAFTERBEAT. This afternoon's headliner is ROXY Music, active 1970s to 2020s, formed in 1970 in London, England, under the pop rock section. The styles: album rock, art rock, contemporary pop rock, glam rock, proto-punk, dance rock. Group members: Brian Ferry, Andy McKay, Brian Eno, Paul Thompson, Alan Spencer, Gary Tibbs, Neil Hubbard, Dexter Lloyd, Rick Keaton. Oh my. Yes, it looks like many people are. Yeah, the energy bills around the world are skyrocketing. The electric, the gas. It would be a smart idea to get a wood burning stove if you can do that in your location. Remember, quail hatch in 17 days and mature in 4 weeks. Quail are small but delicious. Eggs aren't bad either. Love eggs. Bio Mondays covering Romeo Boyd and ROXY Music today. They don't allow wood burning stoves around here in many places anymore. Right? Yeah. For people who do have a wood burning stove, well, they're going to be nice and warm this winter. They won't have to worry about power going out or anything. Check out rocket stoves. Um, Pretty rough morning. I'm having a not feeling good today. Running low today. Yes, wood burning stoves are being re- regulated. They want people to freeze to death. Yeah, prepare now. Um, Autumn's around the corner. It's going to start. Temperatures are going to start dropping. Um, I pay gas and electric here in my apartment, and my apartment is 852 square feet, and it's I might not be able to afford to have the heat on this winter in my new apartment because I do pay the gas. Um, so I got 2 electric blankets behind me, so me and my cat will be nice and warm underneath the blankets this winter. I don't think I can afford to pay the gas bill, pay to have the heat on this winter. I got 1.5 bathrooms. I'm going to have to shut the door on the small bathroom. So yeah, I may be under the blankets this whole winter with my cat under the electric blankets, because this apartment's way too big to heat up. My central air bill this month was $119. That's for my central air. I hate to hear that. Hope you get feeling better. Yeah, I'm feeling under the weather. Probably gonna lay down after the show. I've been running my tail end off this morning. Yes, I know, your typical Monday. Hey, Ro, I'm with you, brother. It's gonna be hard for me as well. Stock up now. I swear, stock up on the food, but stock up on canned foods, because if the power goes out, if you run into a lights out situation, your food that you in the freezer is gonna be no good. Stuff in your refrigerator is gonna be no good. I highly recommend you buy canned food and water now. I mean, really, really get serious and stock up. Your best bet is canned food and water among anything else. Those two you should focus on. I have a 1535 square foot home to try to heat. Yeah, get it. Stock up on your blankets. Get an electric blanket. I got 2 of them, 2 electric blankets. Check out the rocket stoves. They're incredible. The things I know, what's going on globally, it's not very fun to know the things I know. What's happening and what's about to happen in the world. Sick. Again, I will not be here tomorrow. I have an appointment at 11:50 at the Secretary of State. I have to get my new tabs for my truck. And I'm getting a new license plate, a special license plate here in Michigan. So you guys are on your own tomorrow. ROXY music. Love is a drug. England's ROXY music emerged in the 1970s, blending experimental rock with sleek, glittery pop to become one of the most quintessential and defiantly theoretical art rock bands of their era. They had a fascination with fashion, glamour, cinema, pop art, and the avant-garde, G-A-R-D-E, which separated the band from their contemporaries during the early 70s. The group was driven by the creative tensions between Brian Ferry and Brian Eno, who each pulled the band in separate directions. Singer Brian Ferry had a fondness for American soul and Beatles art pop, while instrumentalist Brian Eno was intrigued by deconstructing rock with experimentalism inspired by the Velvet Underground. This incarnation of ROXY Music may have only recorded two albums, 1972's ROXY Music and 1973's For Your Pleasure, but it inspired a legion of imitators, not only the glam rockers of the early 70s, but art rockers and new wave pop groups of the late 70s. Following Brian Eno's departure, ROXY Music continued with its arty inclinations, releasing equally classic albums like 1974's Country Life and 1979's Siren, before gradually working in elements of disco and soul as on 1979's Manifesto. By the early 80s, the group had developed a sophisticated, seductive soul pop that relied on Brian Ferry's style grooming, so it was no surprise that he disbanded ROXY Music at the height of its commercial success to pursue a solo career, while Brian Eno remained largely absent. Brian Ferry and ROXY Music have reunited for live performances, including their 2019's induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and a 2022's tour. ROXY Music is on tour right now, marking their 50th anniversary. Yes, ROXY Music turns 50 this year. And they are all also in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. For a rocket stove inside without flu. Oh, is that right? Yes, Tennessee. Please research it. I'll check it out for Ro. Thank you for the information. I burned tons of wood cords and didn't need it too. Okay, Ro. It's ancient, but I only heard about it 4 years ago. Oh wow. The son of a coal miner, Brian Ferry, vocalist, keyboardist, had studied art with Richard Hamilton at the University of Newcastle before forming ROXY Music in 1970. While at university, he sang in rock bands, joining the R&B group The Gas Board, which also featured bassist Graham Simpson. Brian Ferry and Simpson decided to form their own band toward the end of 1970, eventually recruiting Andy Mackey on saxophone, who had previously played with the London Symphony Orchestra. Through Mackey, Brian Eno joined the band. By the summer of 1971, the group had originally been called ROXY, but the name change was necessary after the discovery of an American band called ROXY. He had recruited classical percussionist Dexter Lloyd and guitarist Roger Bunn, Bunn, through an old ad in Melody Maker. Both musicians left within a month, but they did record the group's initial demos. Another ad was placed in Melody Maker, and this time the group landed drummer Paul Thompson and guitarist Davey Olist, who had previously played with the Nice and Olist, had left by the beginning of 1972 and was replaced by Phil Manzarek, a former member of Quiet Sun. Prior to recording their first album, Simpson left the band. ROXY Music never replaced him permanently. Instead, they hired new bassists for each record and tour, beginning with Rick Keaton, who appeared on their debut for Island Records. Produced by Peter Sinfield of King Crimson, ROXY's self-titled album climbed into the British top 10 in the summer of '72. Shortly afterward, the non-LP single Virginia Plain rocketed into the British top 10, followed by the non-LP Palomania in early 1973, which ROXY Music had become a sensation in England and Europe due to their clever imagination of high and kitsch KITSCH culture. They had trouble getting a foothold in the United States. Both the first album and the follow-up of 1973's For Your Pleasure, recorded with bassist John Porter, were greeted with enthusiasm in the UK, but were virtually ignored in the US. Frustrated with Brian Ferry's refusal to record his compositions, Brian Eno left the band after the completion of For Your Pleasure. Before recording the third ROXY Music album, Brian Ferry released a solo album, These Foolish Things, which comprised pop rock covers. Running slow today, people. Not feeling well. This can take all day. Not feeling well. Thank you, Jen. Sam. Going over the Bio Mondays with ROXY Music. We just covered Romeo Boyd and the biography, discography of that band. In the middle of ROXY Music, biography. "56 minutes in the show, running slow today, not feeling well today." All right, where was I? Produced by Peter Sinfield of King. Okay. Before recording the third ROXY Music album, Bryan Ferry released a solo album, These Foolish Things, which comprised pop rock covers. Released in December 1973, Stranded became the band's first #1 album in the UK. Stranded was recorded with a new ROXY member, Eddie Jobson, Jobson, a multi-instrumentalist who previously played with Curved Air. It was also the first record to feature writing credits for Manzarek and Mackey. The album received a warmer reception in the US than its two predecessors, setting the stage for the breakthrough of country life in late 1974, supporting a controversial cover of two models dressed in see-through lingerie. The cover was banned in several stores, and it was eventually replaced with a photo of a forest in the US. Country Life was the first ROXY Music album to break the US Top 40 and became their fourth British Top 10 album, following a tour with bassist John Wetton. John Wetton was the lead singer for Asia. You all remember Asia? John Wetton. The group recorded Siren, featuring their first American Top 40 hit, the disco-flavored Love Is a Drug. Siren was another British Top 10 hit in the US. It was a moderate hit, peaking at number 50. Following the tour for Siren, the band members began working on solo projects. Yeah, Sam, my hands are really sweating. Sweat. Not feeling well. Hands are real sweaty. I don't know if I can go on. I had a long way to go here. I think I'm gonna stop, people, unless I'm gonna skip over all this and go to the discography of ROXY Music. I can't go on and read anymore. I can't do it. I've got about 8 more paragraphs to go on ROXY Music, and I just can't do it. Not feeling well, people. The discography of Roxy Music, 1972 self-titled album Roxy Music, Virgin Records, 4.5 stars. 1973's For Your Pleasure on Caroline World Service / Virgin Records, 5 stars. 73's Stranded on Virgin Records, 4.5 stars. 1974's Country Life, Virgin Records, 5 stars. 1975 Siren on EMI Music Distribution, 5 stars. 1976's Viva, it's VIVA, MSI Music Distribution / Virgin Records, 3.5 stars. 1979's Manifesto on Universal / Virgin Records, 3 stars. 1980's Flesh and Blood, Virgin Records, 2 stars. 1982 Avalon, Virgin Records, 5 stars. 1990's Heart Still Beating on EMI Virgin Records, 2.5 stars. 2000's Valentine on NMC Records, 3 stars. 2001's Concerto, CONCERTO on Pilot Records, 4 stars. And 2003's Live, Roxy Music Live on Eagle Records, 4.5 stars. That completes the discography, the whole discography of Roxy Music. Again, check out Roxy Music down below in my creative playlist. I'm listing new items on the daily. I don't think I can finish off the biography of Roxy Music. I'm not feeling well. I think I have to go lay down. Just can't do it. Can't do it. Head spinning. You can see how red I am. I think my blood pressure's high today for some reason. Show must go on, Road. I'm a performer. Not performing very well today. Just not feeling well. Gonna call it quits today. An hour and 5 minutes in the show. Gonna have some cereal, banana, and lay down. Just can't go on. Well, there you have it. It's my diabetes, Road. It's my diabetes. Can't see what I'm reading sometime, like today. There you have it. Bio Mondaze, Roxy Music, covering Roxy Music as well as Romeo Boyd. Don't forget, I will not be here tomorrow for Taco Tuesdays, New Release Tuesdays. I have an appointment again to get my new license plate and my new tabs for the truck. So I will not be here tomorrow. But I will be here hopefully Wednesday with my world premiere of Red Light District. Back in the days, Beat After Beat was considered the Red Light District. People had fun with that. That's my Beat After Beat, aka the Red Light District. I'll be sharing rare live videos of me on YouTube with everybody. Never before seen live shows that I've done back in 2017 all the way up till now. A lot of vintage retro Beat After Beat coming your way for Red Light District. Y'all get to see Beat After Beat in the early days. So take care and get better, my friend. I will sure try. It's my diabetes. I have to have something sensible to eat today. Much love, everybody. Take care. Hope to see y'all Wednesday for my world premiere, Red Light District. This is Beat After Beat, signing out. Much love to everybody. Sorry I couldn't go on with the rest of this biography of ROXY music. I'm just not feeling well. Hands are sweating, I'm burning up, laying low today. Thank y'all for the love and support. Please like, subscribe, and share out my shows. I appreciate it to the fullest. Much love, everybody. Beat After Beat is signing out.